Hello, this is Jim, W4JBM. I wanted to do a quick update on the construction of the ELF membership card. Got the bulk of the actual soldering and type construction done here. It's running a simple little program that is alternating the Q LED between red and green. None of the LEDs for the data lines are being used right now, but basically this is how you key in the data with, this is 1 byte of data. You push in and it pops up here and has been loaded into memory. So you don't need any kind of bootstrap or anything like that. You see that it's fairly compact, and on this end, you can also see, let me shine a flashlight in there to get it a little bit better. But you can see that on the lower board there in the middle, there's a ROM chip or EEPROM. That's the wider chip there in the center, and beneath that is a 32K RAM chip. So this one's got, right now it's got 16K of ROM and 32K of RAM. I'm not sure whether I'll go with either 64K of RAM or 32K of ROM. I'm thinking about putting something that's got like a basic interpreter on here. I do have a little bit of work left to do. The biggest issue right now is that this isn't really sitting down snug on that board. I think it's just because the pins are too high, which is making it, right now it would not fit in an Altoids 10, especially at that end. It's starting to get too tall for an Altoids 10. It's drawing, I've got it hooked to the bench supply, so about 4.5 volts and 0.05 milliamps, or roughly 50 milliamps. One of the cool things about the 1802 is that since it's CMOS, you can actually adjust the speed and crank it down, and it can go down to actually 0 where you're single stepping or something like that. But the clock can run from a few hertz up to, this one is designed to run at 1.8 megahertz. And it needs to be running at that for some of the serial stuff serial interface to work correctly. But anyway, it was a challenging build. I could not do it in one session. I actually took about 5 sessions, each about an hour, which spent a little bit of time looking over the work I had done previously to make sure that things were right. Spent a little bit of time reading ahead in the manual, and then maybe a half hour, 45 minutes working on actually stuffing the board and soldering things in. The solder pads are very, very small. A lot of parts in there. Had a couple of solder bridges. Goodbye, fly. But a couple of solder bridges, but they were ones that I noticed as soon as I pulled the iron away, and was able to clean up without any trouble. Other than that, I do have the little height issue to take care of, but went together pretty smoothly. It's not a casual build though. You've really got to be paying attention because the traces are so small, because they are so close. It takes some focused effort, or maybe I'm just getting old. But anyway, it is at least partially running. The next step for me is to get the serial interface tested and see if I can get the monitor ROM working. Then I want to try and get this connected to a parallel port on a PC and see about uploading software through the parallel port. There's a way to do that, basically emulate toggling the switches with lines on the parallel port. If I can get that going, that would actually be kind of cool, because I could go to 64K of RAM and then just load whatever I want to in with some kind of loader over the parallel port. But I mean, this is a pretty small computer and kind of an interesting project. I would definitely not hesitate to recommend it to anybody that's interested in electronics, computers, building small things, and it does. It is going to fit eventually in an Altoids 10. So that's That's kind of cool. Anyway, I just wanted to share a quick update, and I will post more updates as I get a little further down the path. Like I said, the next big step is to make sure the serial port is working and the monitor ROM is working. Then it'll take a little bit of work probably to get it working with the PC and the parallel port, but I'm looking forward to that, and maybe see what I can do in terms of getting some interesting programs up and running on it. I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I always appreciate likes and subscribes, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.